You hear that? The brotherhood is dangerous. Why do you think all male spaces have been shut down? Why do you think men congregating together and having conversation has been vilified, shut down? There's a reason we started the Discord. And if they see anything at all, they shut it down. We've got another wild one here. So this one is, finally found out who this dude's name was off that one video. Paul Joseph Watson, big YouTuber. Didn't know, first time seeing him. Why do they do this? Let's see.
Well, Tucker Carlson is boiling some more piss with his new original show called The End of Men.
No one in Washington seems interested at all in why testosterone levels are dropping. It's a joke to them.
No, you can't talk about that.
Coming from a Fox News anchor, that is a refreshing and positive celebration of homoeroticism.
Why are they all naked? This doesn't make any sense.
Okay, this trip into Tuckham's dreamscape is absurd. Some pretty blatant fascist posturing.
So if men want to stay male, they must be fascists and also gay. That's what the media tells you. If you care about your health, if you want to stay fit, you must be a right-wing extremist because good people are fat and passive.
They claim Tucker's End of Men documentary is, quote, a continuation of his bogus war on masculinity rhetoric. Bogus, really? If it's so bogus, why are all you shit?
Right? If it's so bogus, then look at what we just did in the prior episode. How bogus it is. Where you have someone that has to get deprogrammed professionally. So bogus, bro. So toxic masculinity is not anywhere. Stop mansplaining. Stop manspreading. What terms are those created for and who? And who are they used against? Oh yeah, men only. Only men mansplain. Only men manspread. It's in the word. Man. Spreading. Targeting. Men. Vilifying. Men. Yeah, totally, brah. Nah. Jameson, are these live streams uploaded anywhere after? They're available to members on YouTube, and also they go on Rumble a little later after that.
Libs wetting the bed over it.
Blatant fascist posturing.
Tucker Carlson exposes his insecurities in The End of Men. The most absurd moment from Tucker Carlson's ball tanning special. So the media tells us there's no war on men. Yet male sperm counts in the West have dropped at least 60% since the 1970s. Men's testosterone levels are decreasing by 1% a year. Every year.
Author C.S. Lewis warned of a West that one day would be filled with what he called men without chests. And we see that prophecy coming true today. We call them less poetically, man boobs. They're a physical manifestation of something bigger. The decline of manhood, of virility, of physical health.
And masculinity itself is demonized as toxic at every available opportunity. What impact is this demoralization, emasculation campaign having on young men? Seems they made normal masculine behavior so taboo. Huge numbers of men have just accepted a lifetime of inceldom. Did you see the shocking results of this new poll? Men are avoiding women entirely out of fear of being seen as creepy. 53% of single men in America, a majority, say they're completely abstaining from interactions with women because they think if they merely approach the opposite sex, the woman will find them creepy.
I just want to have a meaningful relationship with someone special.
The poll was commissioned by online dating coach Blaine Anderson. She says she's seen a deluge of men approach her in the last year, all saying the same thing. I'm afraid to approach women because I don't want to be perceived as creepy. But because these men's brains have been so scrambled by Me Too hysteria and toxic masculinity public shaming propaganda, these men don't even appear to know what being creepy means and have conflated it with perfectly legitimate male courting behavior. Gee, I wonder what could have been happening in society to cause that confusion.
To act.
Oh God, he's gonna go into some amazing clips right now, I bet. Florida Henry, thanks so much, brother. It says, I've been to about 75 countries. Women are definitely better, except maybe Australia. The only problem is I get bored. Came back to America. Oof. I don't know why you'd come back, dude. Let's see this highlight reel he's about to go through, where men are not being shamed and attacked.
The right way.
Bro, not cool, not cool.
Yeah, there's no war on men, yet the mere existence of male spaces threatens them.
Masculinity as a result has retreated into pathetic spaces like the man cave.
So if you're a man and you want to get together to do anything other than watch a sports game and get intoxicated and eat wings with women with boobs hanging out, then you can do that. That's the only permissible expression of masculinity.
The mere existence of close male bonding threatens them.
Well-ordered, disciplined groups of men bound by friendship are dangerous.
You hear that? The brotherhood is dangerous. Why do you think all male spaces have been shut down? Why do you think men congregating together and having conversation has been vilified, shut down? There's a reason we started the Discord. And if they see anything at all, they shut it down. Any group of men getting together, having conversation, sparking some new ideas, maybe looking around the world and going, fuck, dude, I think we're getting screwed here. Things don't look right. Gas prices are too high. Inflation is insane. Wages have stagnated. The people I vote for do not do the things they say they do on the campaign trail. I'm under crushing debt. I can't afford a house. Food's getting too expensive. I can't go to the hospital because I can't afford health care. Maybe we should do something about that. Maybe we should make a change. Ooh, and there's the danger, because men make changes in society when they come together. Revolutions start. Can't have that now, can we? Instead, here's how we make men weak. We get them hooked on dopamine addictions like video games. We get them hooked on adult entertainment, where they're beating it off 6 times a day, pacifying themselves. All the other things, we'll put them on horrendous food, have them consume candy, sodas, all the worst shit, processed carbs, straight sugar, and then they'll be pacified, and then they'll have no drive, no masculine energy, low test. They will not want to go out and revolt. They will not care about the community. They'll only care about themselves. We'll institute a weak mentality in the one gender that affects change in society.
Precisely because of what they can do. They can upset the status quo just like that.
There you
go. A few hundred men can conquer an entire empire.
You want to demoralize the people. You want them emasculated. You want them to create no threat to the ruling regime.
They really do hate you.
Some pretty blatant fascist posturing.
We'll be back to the topic in a minute, but first I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video. A good VPN is an absolute necessity these days, especially in times of devices. An Atlas VPN and other data. Use the link in the description. Get.atlas.choice to combat what he worried was a drop core function of governance. Eisenhower issued executive orders to combat what he worried was a drop-off in physical performance caused by television watching. JFK made physical fitness one of the top priorities. Television watching.
You hear this? Look, man, this has started way before. This is why I tell you guys video games are so dangerous. They were already talking about TV, mind controlling people, television. You don't understand that from the time you're a little boy and you pick up your first video game, you're beginning to get programmed. You're getting hooked on the dopamine, the cheap dopamine you get for free, the instant gratification. And that is now the basis of the formation of your brain going forward through puberty. And this is why you hear so many grown men defend video games and tell you it's not so bad. It's like a crack addict telling you crack's okay. Dude, he's functioning. He's doing all right. He's still doing crack. He's still doing damage to his brain, to his body. Video games still rot your brain. They mess up your pleasure centers. They absolutely screw with your ability to be happy and chase long-term goals. We know what dopamine and cheap instant gratification does to your brain. It stops you from being able to pursue long-term difficult goals. When things get hard, you end up being a quitter.
JFK made physical fitness one of the top priorities immediately after his inauguration.
I welcome this opportunity to speak to the people of America about a subject which I believe to be most important, and that is the subject of physical fitness. A country is as strong, really, as its citizens, and I think that mental and physical health go hand in hand.
Even up to the early Obama years, physical fitness was promoted from the top down.
She's lifting weights, even boxing the First Lady.
Yet from around 2015 onwards, we saw the establishment endorse.
From 2015 onwards, the wokeness got ramped up to level 11. The knob broke off, and we have shit like this that's being propagated in society today. I speak my truth in my Calvins. This is now considered a model, guys, and we're supposed to accept this. Fat acceptance. Become a fat ally. It's okay to be obese. I'm fat and healthy. I'm not on 10,000 pills just to survive. I'm not a pre-diabetic. I don't have glucose problems. I have to watch what I eat. I might keel over and die. I'm totally healthy, dude. I totally feel good. I can't even breathe at night when I'm asleep. You know how many problems these people have? And they perpetuate this idea to young people and tell them it's okay to be a glutton, to be a slob, to not take care of your health, to be a burden on the healthcare system that we all have to pay for to keep your ass alive because you can't stop stuff in your mouth. Hypocrisy. Happy, thanks so much for the 10, brother. I love all the people defending video games in the chat. It's terrible for you. I know, the cope is strong. Accept that. Even if you continue to play, don't justify your behavior. You know it's not good. Be a man. Be accountable. Preach.
Perfect.
The copers, they'll have to keep coping because they've been addicted and hooked on that drug for life. And it's been normalized to them. They think it's normal to game as a grown-ass man, to go deeper in the matrix in a digital world and throw away your precious time that you could be using to accomplish things in the physical realm, like money, like a better body, like a smarter mind. Nah, bro, you're going to become a slave in the video game realm. When you hit the switch, power off, all your accomplishments, all the time you spent disappears. Nobody knows it happens. This is you, the digital slave. Yes, you open the door to the matrix and went a level deeper. And you're supposed to be woke. And you're supposed to be the man that's getting ahead in life. No, dude, you're just as blind as this fat acceptance shit going on. You're being enslaved from the other side.
Rapid rise of the body positivity movement, and now look where we are. Over 2/3 of American adults are overweight or obese.
The recent attacks, these are coming regularly now from the regime media, is going to the gym is far-right behavior. Physical culture is far-right behavior.
You see, they tell you stop working out. It's a fascist movement. Stop working out. That's radicalization. Do what they tell you to stop doing, and you'll be just fine. And stop coping in the comments with their fucking, you can make millions playing video games. You're not making millions playing video games. Are you? If you're making money playing video games, cool, dude. But you're not. Emissary of Dickishness, thanks for the 10, brother. Tips for boosting a naturally terrible metabolism. Not even joking. I literally have to put in 2 hours of high-intensity cardio 5 days a week and watch what I eat relentlessly to drop minimal weight. Okay, so you have a slow metabolism. I recommend downloading an app called MyFitnessPal, then getting a watch like this. It's a Garmin watch. You sync them up. It'll tell you how much you burn every day. What most people don't understand is they try to track their calories like one size fit all. I'm going to cut on 2,000 calories today. But they don't know that your body, based on the intensity of your workouts every day, you burn a different amount of calories and you have to adjust your food on the fly. Some days you may eat more because you had higher output. Other days you had less output. A recovery day, you eat less. Most people don't do this. And they diet in some strict manner that causes their body to essentially go in starvation mode, which is probably what's happening to you because you've cut your calories so dramatically that everything you eat is now being stored. Instead, you should be barely cutting calories, allowing your body to naturally shed the weight, but not go into that, form of metabolic dysfunction like you're trying to survive for winter.
Really do hate you.
The media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal when it's actually unhealthy. And for people to promote that, it's demonic.
Here's a thought. In the 1960s, hardly anyone was obese, yet they were consuming on average 400 calories per day, more than we do now. Here we are consuming fewer calories with gyms and health food stores on every street corner, yet obesity is killing 2.8 million Americans every year. Why? What changed? What changed in our diets, in our consumption habits to cause this? And why is there an inverse correlation between mean sperm count and global plastics production since 1970? Just another coincidence? And who made the decision to put all this crap in our food supply?
Chemical and pharmaceutical companies are poisoning us, but you're not allowed to notice this is happening.
This is a chemical warfare on our country.
What's wrong with our food is that it's not food and reliant on industrial processes.
For many of these compounds,
seed oils are one of the biggest problems in society today. If you cook in any seed oil, vegetable oil, you're absolutely screwing yourself. You're screwing your metabolic system. Your body is breaking down. It's a machine lubricant, first and foremost. They invented it to lubricate machinery. And then they had a bright idea saying they can sell it to people as a cooking oil. And now it's all over your food. It's all in your food. Avoid soy, avoid seed oils. You should be cooking in ghee or tallow only, and pure butter. If you can, tallow first, ghee second, butter third. Olive oil isn't even good. Most of it is rancid. People don't even know.
There's clear evidence that some of these chemicals causes problems with reproduction.
They really do hate you. Why do they want you to eat the bugs? Why are they constantly normalizing something that we naturally see as repulsive?
Hornworms. They're still alive.
Wow, look at the indoctrination. You will eat the bugs and you will be happy. Eat the bugs. Eat our impossible burgers full of chemicals you can't pronounce, rotting your insides. Cool, dude. I really want to put chemicals in my body instead of whole foods, healthy fruits, vegetables, meat, animal byproducts. Nah, dude, I want to put some shit that lubricates machinery, cook in it, cause free radicals to be everywhere, damage my body, literal cancerous products. Delicious.
Extraordinary.
Why are they specifically targeting children?
You've never eaten a cricket before? No? You tried?
Wait, which one do you have? It tastes good.
This goes way beyond pandering to climate change narratives. We know the usual explanation. Cows produce methane, farming processes produce CO2, bugs are sustainable, eat the bugs to save the planet, blah, blah, blah. But what else? Could there be another motive? Insects are toxic. Studies show they can transmit parasitic diseases to humans when consumed. Chitin, a natural component found in insects' exoskeletons, causes nasty allergic reactions in humans and a serious depletion of vitamins in the human body. This can lead to problems with pregnancy and depressed immune functioning. Record numbers of children in the US are already entering hospital due to weakened immune systems, while groups like the World Economic Forum relentlessly push the bug diet. WEF-aligned governments like the one in the Netherlands are at war with livestock farmers, enforcing climate change regulations.
Yeah, they're trying to demonize farmers now that have cattle and say they're destroying the planet. Dude, the gall to say people farming animals are the ones destroying the planet. Last I heard, fucking PepsiCo or Coke are one of the if not the largest producers of plastic waste. You can go in the ocean on that giant fucking plastic floating thing the size of a state, and it'll be full of byproducts from corporations, packaging, things you drink, everything. All the plastic is more dangerous. It doesn't degrade in the environment. We talk about cows farting is more of a problem than the plastic that will never degrade, ever. And the companies that make all these horrendous packaging, all the Coke bottles, all the plastic packaging we see that will never go anywhere. No, that's not a problem, dude. Totally not at all. And not only is the plastic bad for the environment, it's bad for your system. If you heat food up in plastic containers, you're releasing chemicals in your food. You're damaging your endocrine system. You need to be in glassware only. Plastic lids, things with plastic lids, throw them away. I don't even know if stainless steel is safe. But go get you glass jugs, glass plasticware, and that's what you store your food in or heat it up in. You heat food up in plastic containers, dude, you're killing yourself.
To shut down meat production. Food processing plants.
And that's another thing, pots and pans. Thank you. All those non-stick pot and pans you guys use has some of the most destructive chemicals in them. You should read up on that. They have on Netflix, there's a documentary about Teflon, or what is it called? The non-stick stuff. I forgot what that company was that made it. Dude, it is Teflon. Teflon, and it's measurable in your blood. There's not a single person alive today that they can't pull blood from you and have it test negative. Not one person, dude. That's how pervasive that chemical is. Ever since that thing got released, it's everywhere. Another one, glyphosate, guys. Look up the negative health effects of glyphosate. It is so pervasive in society today that if you live in the southern United States, the southeast, it's actually in the air. People are breathing it. It's Roundup, yeah. Glyphosate, one of the worst pesticides ever. That's led to a majority of the problems we see today. It's in the air, dude. Personally, I've been taking organic sulfur, guys. I get it in crystal form. I'll get it off Amazon. But I've been taking that in sauerkraut juice. There are studies, I've read studies that say within 2 weeks, I think you can clear your body of all of it. Sauerkraut juice and organic sulfur is what you want to intake to help your body. Yeah, MSM crystals, that's what they're also known as. Yes, I take them every single day and I've noticed a tremendous difference. My skin, my hair, everything. That's how you detox from that stuff. Yes, glyphosate is number one that you need to look up, and then look up plastics. You need to get all those like PBE, PBA, whatever, all this free of all these chemicals, dude. I don't mix it, I just take it raw. I put the crystals in my mouth, I measure like 4 grams of it. Crystals in my mouth, yes, MSM crystals, and then you just swallow it with water in the morning, every day. And it's not bro science, look it up.
Many of the meat plants are also mysteriously catching fire across the United States. Sabotage the meat industry, elevate the bug industry. Create an entire generation of literal bug men. They really do hate you.
We're headed for a calamity.
They want you drugged. They want you fat. They want you sick. They want you lonely. They want you depressed. They want you demoralized. They want you atomized. People always ask me in a political context, what can we do? What can we do? And yet half the battle is personal.
We need a renaissance.
Getting into a healthier state, being a healthier person.
Not everyone can be a Russell Brand, a Kanye West, an Elon Musk. But staying sane, staying fit, staying healthy is something that everyone can at least try to do. And when we're constantly bombarded with social engineering, pushing degeneracy, toxicity, disease, that in and of itself becomes an authentic form of real resistance.
All right. That was Paul Joseph Watson. Why do they do this? Let's see. Yard Guy. Crikey, I use glyphosate all the time. Dude, you got to be so careful with that stuff. Look, we'll look it up right now, guys. Look, negative health effects. So many people aren't even aware of glyphosate, man. It's tremendous. Where's that list of all the stuff it does to your body? Okay, here we go. Where is glyphosate used? So, fruit and vegetable crops, wash your stuff all the time. Okay, glyphosate-resistant crops like canola, corn, cotton, soybeans, sugar beets, and wheat. Plantings, lawns, greenhouses, aquatic plants, forest plantings. Exposure to glyphosate in your lawn and garden. So this is where everybody's getting exposed to this. If you use weed killer with glyphosate on your lawn or garden, you may be exposed to glyphosate by breathing it in, getting it on your skin, or getting it in your eyes. Your risk goes up if you eat or smoke after applying it and don't wash your hands first. Touch plants that are still wet from it. If you've exposed your eyes, skin, nose, throat may get irritated. If you get it in your eyes, it could lead to mild irritation or superficial corneal injury. If you swallow it, you may have increased saliva and burns and pain in your mouth and throat. It can cause nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Okay, exposure in your food. It tells you what foods have it. You may have heard of recent news that oat-based products like oatmeal cereal, granola bars, and snack bars have glyphosate. In one report, California scientists and the World Health Organization, 43 of 45 oat-based products tested for it. Popular breakfast foods like Quaker old-fashioned oats and Cheerios have above average levels. It's also in grains and bean products like pasta, buckwheat, barley, kidney beans, and chickpeas. This is why they tell you to eat whole-based foods. Meat first. Oh, it gets worse. Some foods may surprise you, like avocados, apples, blueberries, cherries, cucumbers, dates, dried peas, garlic, lemons, olives, peanuts, pomegranates, potatoes, rice, spinach, sugarcane, tobacco, tomatoes, and walnuts. This is why you have to pay extra for organic food. To limit your exposure, buy organic. Glyphosate is banned in organic farming, but that doesn't eliminate it entirely. In the World Health Organization report, 1/3 of organic oat products tested had traces of glyphosate, but most of the fruits do not. And there's also a dirty 12 or a dirty 15 and a clean 15 they release every year of overall pesticides used. And check those fruits out. Oh, it's in literally everything. Long-term health risks. So here's the worst part of it all. That was just short-term exposure, boys. Here's the long-term risk. It says, short-term exposure isn't something you need to worry about. Experts say it's less toxic than table salt. Bullshit, don't listen. but its long-term risk may be a concern. Scientists are divided. They're not divided on how much risk there is. All the reports coming out are getting worse and worse every year. It's getting banned. I believe Europe already banned the use of it. Isn't glyphosate the one that's responsible for collapsing of bee colonies around the world? Reports show conflicting results. No, they don't. And keep in mind that most studies involve animals, not people. Here we go again. They can't tell you the truth. Cancer. Studies suggest glyphosate may be linked to cancer. Others suggest no link. The ones that don't suggest a link, I guarantee you it was probably funded by the corporations that are manufacturing it. It says the International Agency for Research on Cancer characterizes glyphosate as a problematic carcinogen for humans. In 2020, the EPA released a statement that glyphosate, of course, the EPA is going to say it does not pose a risk to humans as long as it's used according to directions. And that it's also stated unlikely to cause cancer in humans. Yeah, the EPA, that's bought and funded and paid for by the industry it's supposed to police. Yeah, like we can trust them today. It says liver and kidney damage. Glyphosate, and again, they use may affect your kidney and liver because this is WebMD. They're bought and paid for. Exactly, sponsored by BlackRock. May affect your kidney and liver. Studies of dairy cows eating a diet of soybeans with high levels of glyphosate had higher risk of liver and kidney damage. Here's another, reproductive and developmental issues. The EPA released a statement in 2020 that there was no evidence that glyphosate interfered with the endocrine system or hormones in humans. Again, not true at all. It's already been linked to the rise in what is that? Not Alzheimer's. It's been linked to the rise in autism in children. We went from, I don't even remember what the numbers were, but they said we're headed towards potentially, if the numbers keep rising, 1 in 3 children in the future could potentially have autism. Risk for pregnant women and children. Said, let's look it up because WebMD is such a joke. Glyphosate and let's see. Oh, Jason, thank you so much for the 1. Alex, thanks so much, brother, for the 2. Yeah, let's see. Exposes autism like. Oh, dude, this is a super technical article. Epidemiological studies suggest that exposure to herbicides during pregnancy might increase risk for autism spectrum disorder in offspring. However, that precise mechanisms underlying the risk of ASD by herbicides such as glyphosate remain unclear. So they know it increases, that exposure increase causes a higher chance of autism, but they don't know the mechanism behind why it happens exactly. So we're still trying to learn that, but we know when you get exposed, you have higher rates of autistic children. Let's see. How to detox from it. We'll look at how to detox from it. How to detox from glyphosate. By the way, someone asked me if I was on nootropics earlier. I am, and adaptogens. Okay, let's see. Okay, so they have this linked here. It says, exposure to glyphosate has been shown to have the following effects on human physiology. Acts as an antibiotic. Glyphosate was in fact patented as an antibiotic. Okay. Chelates important minerals. Iron, cobalt, manganese is one, so you need to be supplementing in these. Glyphosate was in fact patented as a mineral chelator. Decimates the microflora and its ability to produce essential amino acids like tryptophan that converts to serotonin. Continue. Disrupts the microbiome in the intestine by disrupting the Shikimadi pathway, causing a decrease in the ratio of beneficial to harmful bacteria. There you go. Inhibition of cytochrome P450. Don't know what that is. Sounds bad though. It disrupts sulfate synthesis and sulfate transfer. That's why you do the MSM crystals. It says impairs methylation pathways, interferes with synthesis of aromatic amino acids in methionine, which leads to shortages in neurotransmitters and folate, inhibition of pituitary release of thyroid stimulating hormone, toxic and endocrine disruptor in human cell lines. So it says, where was the, okay, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, pancreatic islet cell adenoma, renal tubule carcinoma, skin tumors. Detoxifying your body from glyphosate exposure. So it says avoid using Roundup. We've read about that. Avoid consumption of GMO foods, which are contaminated and sprayed with it. We know about that one. Avoid animal products such as milk or meat from which GMO foods were used to feed animals. Super important on that one. Eat organic as much as possible. Avoid living in areas where glyphosate is applied. So if you live near farmland, dude, all bad. Use infrared sauna for sweating out toxins. Consume probiotic foods and probiotic supplements to repopulate the microbiota, which glyphosate destroys. Most people consume food that's bad for their microbiome in their stomach. They should be doing that anyway. If you're eating dairy, it should be raw milk and raw cheese. And raw kefir, dude, kefir, amazing if you can stand the taste. That's the strongest probiotic you can ever have. Eat organic foods rich in sulfur and manganese. And it says a study published in the 2014 issue. Here we go. 2014 issue of Journal of Environmental and Analytical Toxicology found that oral application of certain natural substances were able to effectively reduce urinary levels of glyphosate. And they used the combination of fulvic acids, humic acids, activated charcoal, bentonite clay, sauerkraut juice. Let's see, where was the other one? Minerals. Sulfur, here we go. They were fed, okay. So they concluded that a charcoal sauerkraut juice combination with humic acids reduced glyphosate excretion by urine and led to the improved health of animals. There you go. Glyphosate in the form of Monsanto product Roundup is able to provoke intracellular disruption in hepatic liver cell lines at different levels, but a mixture of specific medicinal plant extracts can protect, to some extent, human cell lines against this toxin.